See it? Got it? Thank you. Mm-hmm. So we got Pisces, Towers, mourning, sadness, and grief. They were warned, but they didn't tell anyone. Chaos ensued. All right, so I don't know if y'all saw what I posted on the community tab already, but there was 2 messages. So hey, Mr. Steele. Oh, Mr. Steele, I gotta call you because something happened. Oh, let me text you. Excuse me. You get that? Hey, WM. They assume the worst of me, and I'm still trying to figure out what's wrong with me. WM ain't shit wrong with you. What's something wrong with them people, okay? All right, so first things first. Let's talk about arrogance. Arrogance will disconnect them from humility and grace that true spiritual purpose requires. Instead of serving their higher calling, they become trapped in ego, mistaking divine favor for immunity from growth or consequences. Spiritually, this creates a rift. The person may believe they're still on the path, but they're no longer listening to the guidance of spirit. They become blind to the lessons being sent their way, mistaking blessings for entitlements. In time, the universe will step in, not out of punishment, but to restore balance and to wake them up to the reality that spiritual growth requires accountability, humility, and a deep respect for the sacred flow of life. When they refuse to complete their spiritual assignments, whether that's fulfilling responsibilities, honoring commitments, or showing up authentically, their connection to the divine purpose weakens. Sooner or later, they'll face a spiritual reckoning, a humbling moment when the soul is called to reflect. This isn't about losing favor with God. It's about being reminded that true alignment requires integrity, humility, and constant growth. Spirit will always correct the course when the ego tries to steer the ship. Hey, Nicole Ward. Welcome to the chat. It's your first time here. So this is a remembrance or a reminder. I told y'all a long time ago I did something I wasn't supposed to do spiritually, right? I got told not to do something, not to help a person, because, I wasn't supposed to. Person was on the wrong side of the tracks, doing the wrong thing. But because, you know, I told y'all, I've been spiritually gifted for a very, very long time. I speak to the universe, things happen. I knew how to make it open, you know, open sesame. So what happened was I helped a person. My eyes beat in the worst way. Because I heard don't help them. But I did it anyway because I love the person. And sometimes we get used for spiritual gifts, or sometimes, you know, we think that, because I tell everybody, God don't play about me. God don't play about me, but God also don't play with me. So people be thinking that, you know, they could be plugged in and this, that, and the third, because it says accountability. Divine, somebody's name could be Brittany, or so somebody's BH, first, middle, or last. Take it how it resonates. So it says mistaking divine favor for immunity. Just because God don't play with us, don't mean we could just do whatever the hell we want to do. We could do whatever we want to do, but sometimes it comes with consequences. Because if you get warned not to do something, and you do it anyway, and your ass gets sat down, it's a different type of sat down. Because let me tell you how I cried. And mind you, it took a long time for me to get back into God's good graces for, you know, my bullshit. Which is the reason why I tell y'all right now, y'all ain't got to worry about me doing nothing outside of what I'm supposed to do, because of the fact that I already got my ass beat one time. So some people think that they are above, you know, a reckoning. Do with that what you will. But God don't play when it comes to certain things. And, you know, people be thinking that they, I don't know. Hey, beautiful Aaron, I love you. So that was the first message, okay? Yeah, like that. And mind you, it was by 1:40. Like the minute I got done talking to the lady, like the shit happened so fast, it was crazy. Like I couldn't fucking believe it. So that happened already in less than fucking an hour. So shit is definitely on the move. Aaron, I done seen your name twice today. All right, so the next thing was, it says Pisces. Towers, mourning, sadness, and grief. They were warned but didn't tell anyone. Chaos ensued. So it says Pisces, this is a heavy and sobering message. You receiving warnings, intuitive flashes, whispers from spirit, perhaps even dreams. But you held them close, not sharing what you knew. Whether out of fear, doubt, or uncertainty, you kept quiet, even though you were being told to give the message. And I may not have given the message because, you know, they may be talking to me. I may not have given the message because I didn't feel like it. And I didn't want to help whoever may have needed the help. Or it could not even be me. Take it how it resonates. Whether out of fear, doubt, or uncertainty. It definitely wouldn't be out of fear, doubt, or uncertainty. In my case, it would have just been because, bitch, I ain't feel like it, and fuck you. So there's that. Because, you know, when people think they know stuff and they got shit, bitch, get it. You know what I'm saying? Do it. So that could not be right. But, you know, everybody got to walk this path on their own. So either way, maybe you kept quiet. Maybe you thought it wasn't your place. Or maybe you didn't want to face the truth yourself. None of that applies to me. But either way, it's there. But now the tower has fallen. What was once stable has crumbled into chaos. The signs were there. And yet no one knew because you didn't say a word. Spirit often speaks to you. And Pisces, they could be talking to somebody else because this could technically have nothing to do with me. I just said because, you know, sometimes I'll be getting told some shit like I told y'all the other day. I told y'all one thing, but I didn't tell y'all the other thing I told y'all today. Because today, in my mind, you know, sometimes I don't know. I got to make sure that all the messages belong to, you know, where it need to go. And some things ain't y'all motherfucking business because it pertains to me. So I told y'all what was happening. Somebody needed me to go in a direction and I didn't want to go in that direction. But I could hear something that was happening on the other side, but also I said, if I wanted to, God wouldn't have been let me have gone that way. I was literally blocked off from going that way because I was told you go this way and nothing else. But I told y'all that the man was getting the people to go that way, but the part that I didn't tell y'all was nobody was going unless I went. So the people were mad at me because nobody could go unless I went. I wasn't going. I couldn't go. I had to go this way. That was the direction. So that's the direction I went in. So I told y'all part of the story. Take it how it resonates. The signs were there and yet no one knew because you didn't say a word. Spirit often speaks to you, Pisces, through your deep connection to the unseen. You were the messenger this time, but you did not deliver the message. Oh, it says, but in not delivering the message, the situation escalated. You know, sometimes shit needs to escalate. Mourning, sadness, and grief now swirl around as those who could have been warned are now left to deal with the aftermath. It's not about blame, but about understanding the power of your connection and your intuitivity, but your intuition and the responsibility that comes with it. Why? Because as sensitive as you are, you hold the key to the collective. Ain't that some shit? See what I'm saying? They could have been talking to me because I hold the key to the collective. But, you know, what I did was not give all the information. When spirit speaks through you, it's often not just for you. This chaos could have been mitigated, but now you're left to deal with the wave of emotions that follow in the wake of the storm. Could have been while I was crying all week, or it could have not have been, because again, this could have nothing to do with me. Because really, it don't got nothing to do with me. I'm only using me because I'm sitting here. And, you know, I am a part of the collective. So, there's that. I think they could potentially be talking about another Pisces. But they could be talking to me. So, when spirit speaks through you, it's often not just for you. This chaos could have been mitigated, but now you're left to deal with the waves of emotion that follow in the wake of the storm. Excuse me, but know this. Even in the sadness and grief, there is a lesson, as always, because the lesson is the blessing, and the blessing is the lesson. The tower must fall for new foundations to rise. And from this mourning, M-O-U-R-N-I-N-G, not the morning, M-O-R-N-I-N-G, this morning, mourning. All right? There is the potential for a deeper understanding. Let this be a reminder to you, a reminder of your power and the importance of trusting the messages you receive. Next time, trust your intuition enough to share it with those who need it the most. So this could be for somebody who does not share their intuition, because I tell y'all a lot of shit. It says, thank you, but never fear, for it will attach and leech of the positivity we are to give the world. We can't save them all, but we can damn sure try. We can. But sometimes I don't feel like it's my message or it's for me to save everybody. Because then, like I said, some of the messages could be for everybody, but some of the messages could be for just me. So I gave a message. And it said, it's time to go, right? Because I told you, I pulled up, they said it's time to go. And then later on, I realized it could have meant something else. But now the ball has been rolling, or the ball has now started rolling. And so something has happened that I might not be able to take back. I might not even want to take it back. Either way, shit, we here now. Everybody deal with it as they may. Take it how it resonates. Tarot readings are for entertainment purposes only. So, there is that. All right, it says your imaginary friend. Childhood treasures resurface. So, if you had an imaginary friend when you was little, 51, significant or important. The number 6, significant or important. 15, significant or important. Artemis of the forest, you are independent and free. Well, what if the reason why somebody didn't say something was because they wanted to cut everything loose? That's really a thing, because, you know, people be tired. And as y'all know, spiritually, this shit is a lot. So just cut it loose. And maybe somebody wanted to be independent and free and walk away from everything. Throw the cards up, let the shit fall where they may, and everybody deal with their own shit. And since everybody got it, figure it the fuck out. Because at the end of the day, I had to figure it out for myself. And that may be a little bit selfish, but sometimes people get a little bit above themselves. And they start acting as if, you know, they got it all together. So let the chips fall where they may. If you got it, fucking get it. That's what I be thinking sometimes. It's almost like the equivalent of when somebody wanted me to be quiet, and so they didn't want me doing the tarot reading because they thought I was going to say some shit. And so they sent you know, little jolt. And I said, you know what? Fuck it. Fuck all them readings for the whole week. Because y'all didn't want me talking. So, but that wasn't fair for everybody. But I felt like I did it anyway because whoever did that, I wanted them to get their ass beat. Because if I'm not at my desk, or maybe I'm not that important. So let me take my not important ass that way. And figure it the fuck out for yourself. So sometimes that happens, and I have done that. I could potentially, you know, end up in trouble for it, but, or not. Because why the fuck would I end up in trouble for somebody else not listening? Because the same way I had to figure it out for myself, go back and read the other readings. Or go back and look at when I was going through the shit. Because there's still a message. So at the end of the day, guess what? Hi, Joshua. Joshua, let me tell you something. So I said already, you might not know about the, you know, me staying in my own energy. But you was calling me yesterday and you was texting me. But be mindful. I got to be in my own energy for right now because I'm only claiming my own energy right now. So I'll call you when I get a chance, okay? So that's the thing. But at the end of the day, everybody got to face the pathway that is them. Everybody got to look in the mirror for themselves. Everybody can't just rely on the fact that, okay, it's somebody that's going through the same thing that I'm going through, so maybe I got to, you know, take the message as they bring it. No, you got to rely on yourself sometimes for the shit. So it's a real thing because people start being codependent on, okay, well, maybe this goes to this. And then some people start claiming readings that ain't even for them. I keep dealing with somebody that does it every day. Like literally every day they claim a message. I'm saying, why the fuck did you think that that was for you? Like sometimes you got to step back from tarot readings, terror readings, because it's terrorizing your fucking life and everything don't pertain to you. Sometimes people think I'm talking to them and I ain't even fucking talking to them. I could be literally saying I'm talking to my ex and somebody I think I'm talking to fucking them. Or I'm talking about my ex. The stories are so similar though. That's the thing. So I get it. But yeah, if you got the message, get the fucking message. Get the message for yourself. Should it be that way? No. But sometimes, you know, people be people and I be tired of this shit. Because this is just not my whole entire life. But it's my whole entire life because I raised my hand and I said, I'm going to sit here and I'm going to do the job. But then when people say they got it, bitch, I hope you got it. Shit. So a loyal guardian, a magical protector is there for you. So a magical protector, a loyal guardian. Some of y'all need to trust y'all spirit guides more. And the other thing is, if y'all all over the place anyway and just looking at every fucking tarot reading that come up or tarot reading that comes up, then you're going to have a problem anyway because some messages might not coincide with this message or that message. And like I said, the title's always right. But towers are not always bad. Because I told y'all, I create towers. I'll be like, God, get them. Because I don't got time for that. And, you know, Earth School is definitely important. But you learn more through Earth School or at Earth School by going through Earth School. You got to go through the thing. And some people can be book smart, but they could just be fucking dumb as a box of rocks. Or some people can be street smart and just be dumb as, you know, a box of rocks. And not be book smart. Or somebody can have it all together and still not have it all together because new shit happens. You are until you not. And everybody deserves a right to take some time off. But some of y'all not being able to take no time off. Some of y'all are just having to do the shit because the shit needs to be done. So it says, the fairy bee, my life is sweet. Because heavy is the head that wears the crown. When you ask for shit, and y'all people that are, you know, claiming chosen ones, you know, y'all like them titles and shit. When you chosen, it come with work. So sometimes you have to realize every connection ain't for you to make. Everything ain't for you to do. And you ain't for everybody. And don't nobody need to be a go along to get along ass bitch. Because I'm never going to be that. And so sometimes shit gets done and it may, you know, be a little bit petty. I mean, sometimes it's necessary and needed because, again, y'all, I told y'all before, like, my worst moment, and I laugh at shit like this now, but, you know, I literally slid down the wall crying. This was probably in my early 20s because I swear I had it all together. And I swear everybody just, you know, loved me and this, that, and the third. And I was so popular and this, that, and the third, yada, yada, yada. But when God takes you through that reckoning or through that thing, ain't nobody around for that shit. It be just you and God. So when I slid down that wall crying, you know, Keisha said it before. You could be the most popular person in the room until you're not. That's a real ass thing. And when people start turning their fucking backs on your ass, and mind you, they don't really be turning their back on you. God just be having them in different directions. You just swear everything just is against your ass. But that slide down the wall hit different. I had that moment. Because I knew everything up until that moment. I knew what I was gifted as. I knew what I could do, but it just wasn't working at that moment. So before that, it was a lot happening. Mind you, I'm not even going to go into the story, but it was a lot of, you know, special shit happening. Like, people were doing a lot of shit. Although I was in the mix of some shit that I knew I shouldn't even have been in the mix of. But I did it anyway. And God said, well, if you could do it, ma'am. Because I don't know if y'all realize it or not, but God give you orders to do something. And it mean to do it exactly like that to the T. Don't waver away from the shit. But some people, you know, because I've been talking to some people and they said they don't know and they're not sure. Well, if you're not sure, then you shouldn't be doing it. Go back to the table. Go back to source and talk about it again until you're sure that you're sure that you're sure. So something happened today, and I mean something big. Mind you, it was one conversation, and then the shit started to just come. And I mean, not no little ass thing. And I'm like, mind you, I didn't even see it. The person texted me and asked me, did you see my text message? Made me want to figure out, like, what the fuck? Because why you texting me like that? Seemed like it was a, you know, some urgency. After I went to go look at the message, I was like, oh shit. I see why. But it said it was the first thing. And since it said it was the first one, that means, come again. Because, you know, I could have, went along with the program and played ball, but I ain't, because why should I? Mind you, like magic, from my mouth to God's ears, and moves started being made. But still a test and a test, because if I do that thing, something else could happen. If I wait and play it smart, and I mean the first thing was fucking outstanding. So that's the thing. Sometimes you don't jump on the first thing that shows up, because I was just testing your ass to see what would happen. Wait until you hear me. Okay, God. God said your life is sweet. Wait until you hear him. Because it's going to happen. But how? So do you want to go through another 7-year cycle, another 3-year cycle, another 2-year cycle? Because it's like the thing. I don't know if you ever seen something, it looked like here you can have this, and then you take it and then everything disappears because it wasn't the right thing. And then it starts to go, really, really quickly. And then you like, fuck, how did I get here? Well, because you got charmed in a way. But you were given the message, you were told, but you didn't give it to anybody else. So now some people are in trouble. Is that your fault? Maybe. But they're all adults. We're all adults here. So some people are supposed to hear the message for themselves. Because literally, the man said, go this way. But God showed me what was down there. I could even hear what was down there. But I didn't tell nobody. I just said I was going this way. I didn't tell nobody, what was down there, or that I could hear anything down there. I don't remember saying that. All I said was, that's not the right way to go. I'm not going down there. Maybe I didn't tell anybody that I could hear something was down there and it wasn't right. But when God showed me what was down there, I told y'all, it looked like a pathway. It had the arch. Everything was looking like, and all I thought was the trees don't grow like that. That's not right. But I could hear something that wasn't right also. But in the end, what it looked like was the pathway was straight, and then it did this. So whereas people would think that they could go down this pathway, and it looked like it was an illusion. And quite frankly, I swear, some people that may not have been connected or something, but some people wouldn't go because I wouldn't go. But I wasn't going to be held accountable for that. So everybody has to figure it out for themselves. But I'm not going. Because I was told to go this way. And so I got to go this way. And whatever happens, happens. That's not my fault. But they said your life is sweet. But if you take that other pathway and you were warned not to go down there, and you fall into the pit, and whatever that is, because it don't sound good. And everybody can take it how it resonates, because I'm not talking to anybody. That was just a message. And again, they weren't really talking to me. I can tell you for real, that this really ain't got nothing to do with me. I'm only using that because, I'm a Pisces and I'm here too. So, you know what I'm saying? That was a thing. But there is the Pisces that was giving a message to somebody or for somebody. They didn't deliver the message. It's the equivalent of when I told y'all I was talking to Dena, or I wasn't talking to Dena. And because, me and Dena had whatever, she was overly reaching way too far in my energy. And I said I wasn't talking to Dena ass. Because, you know, Dena was getting on my nerves. That's Dream Sequoia for all of y'all that don't know. Either way, I wasn't talking to her ass. But Dena recently came out of nowhere. What's wrong? And she had a message. Mind you, she texted me and she said, I just had a dream about you. And it says 6 or 7 days. And I said, let me call this lady. Because if she having a dream about me, then that must mean she's intercepting. But mind you, they knew spiritually, they knew I was never going to talk to that lady. And she had to say something that would make me listen. So I called her. And I said, what you mean? What you talking about? She said, I had a dream about you, and it was saying something about 6 or 7 days. Meanwhile, I also had a dream about you. I had a dream that I was at a house, and somebody was getting set up at the house. Like, they told this person to go to the house, but meanwhile, when they got there, some other people were there. So I said, that don't sound right, but, you know, it was related to whatever was happening at the time. Mind you, the 6 or 7 days were actually relevant because in that 6 or 7 days, hello, Mystic Healer. Hey, Glorious. Hey, Strength. In that 6 or 7 days, this household changed, right? But there was another message. And mind you, I think we're actually still in this time, but we could also not be. But I think we are. Because what ended up happening was she said, I miscalculated. And I said, okay, so what? It was this many days. So I said, we're still in that time, right? She said, yes. Okay, well, it don't got nothing to do with me. But it actually may have had something to do with me because the 6 or 7 days actually had something to do with me as well. But remember, it's time to go. Well, the titles are always right and they're always linked. So if it's time to go, take it how it resonates, because literally it wasn't given the best of vibes after the fact. Because so I don't know how to say this. It's a thing with certain energies. Like, if you corrupt the system so much where it starts to make people look at certain things or look a certain type of way, it's no going back from the thing. And so, Mr. Steele, what would you do if something happened, right? And you knew you had to fix the image of the thing. Would you fix it right then or there? Or would you wait a little bit of time to fix it? Because, okay, so it's almost the equivalent of this. When somebody does a crime, right? And somebody, everybody knows that this person did the crime. And I need to kind of shut your ass up. What would you do? So somebody kept quiet and didn't say nothing. But it was also given like rocking to sleep. Like, so just wait it out. Get some time. Because I told y'all, certain friends of mine, they wait me out because they know, like, you know, I'm going to say some shit, but then they wait me out. But I decided that I'm no longer doing that. So those people, those particular people, I don't talk to them anymore. And I already told y'all about them people. So it's like the equivalent of that. But at this point, if they waited me out and Then they come and they have a conversation, and I ain't talking about nobody, so I don't want nobody just assuming that I'm talking about them and this, that, and the third, because bitch, go on and get. If they wait me out, I'll talk to them. But in this case, if I wait the situation out and then I go and do what I was going to do to your ass from the beginning, then bitch, I don't gotta worry about you talking to you ever again. You see what I'm saying? So again, it's a thing. So however it works out. But towers, mourning, sadness, grief, they were warned but didn't tell anybody, so chaos ensued. Chaos means what? People just all over the place and shit just... But I told y'all also about the chaos. Chaos ended up being a thing where it was necessary. Generally, I would address it right out in front immediately and end it. Hello, everyone. Good. Well, end it, and I'm glad you used that word, because end it could mean what? Take it how it resonates. So, glad you said that. So Dena actually gave the message because Dena was given the message. And her message ended up being correct. But I even told Dena, she right there, the same exact thing I'm telling you. They had to give you that message because she said, it was weird that I picked that up. No, it wasn't, because they knew I was never going to talk to your ass again. Mind you, ever since then, we've been talking and we've been good, you know, whatever. But it says complete disorder and confusion. Behavior so unpredictable as to appear random, owing to great sensitivity to small changes in conditions. The formless matter supposed to have existed before the creation of the universe. So it's chaotic. But remember, I told y'all, we manifest in chaos. So even though a person may have tried it, chaos may have ensued, but it was not as random as it looked. Everything was done in divine order because it had to be done that way. He said chaos isn't a pit. Chaos is a ladder. Because in this case, it is. Because it was made that way. It's organized chaos. Like, it looked it weird, it looked it random, but everything had to be done that way because something is taking place. But people have to be mindful of their behavior, because that haughty, arrogant energy is going to get somebody slammed on their neck. Because, again, and I could vouch for it because been there, done that, can write a book about it. When certain things look like, sometimes things that look like they were done to hurt us ended up helping us. So we should be mindful of that. It's important to realize that everything and everybody are not on payroll. Okay, so Beauty and the Beast, you need some space in a relationship. I can agree with that. Yes, everybody ain't on payroll. And everybody, like, it's a thing with people who will take the money. So, you know, because they say ambitious people are able to be bought. Not all ambitious people. I'm an ambitious person and I ain't never been able to be bought. Because I'll put myself on the table before I put somebody else on the table. Especially when it's important. So inadvertently, people don't realize, like, there's something happening behind the scenes that nobody may know about, or maybe they shouldn't even know about. But at the end of the day, sometimes if you throw certain things into the system, it kind of fucks everything up. And that's where it's like being a leader. As you are a leader, sometimes you have to make a hard decision. And everybody might not agree with the decision. But if it does one thing and then something else happens that comes out of that thing that actually helps everybody out, then that means that the leader was correct in doing what they did the way they did it, because that was how it needed to be done. but everybody might not understand it from the beginning. So even though me and Dream Sequoia had whatever we had, she's still back in here. Joshua was a part of the collective beforehand. He's still back in here. Jessica, everybody is back still where they belong at as part of the collective. But some people are not here as a part of the collective because they not here as a part of the collective. But they still be here as a part of the collective. It's a weird thing. She said, with the ancient is wisdom and a length of days understanding. Period. So take it how it resonates. At the end of the day, Beauty and the Beast, you need some space in a relationship because somebody breathing down your motherfucking neck. Understand that it don't have to be 3D. It could be spiritually. Because just because you don't see a person don't mean a person ain't around. Because that's a real fucking thing. And I feel like there's something that's happening and people are still around, but they're, you know, playing it smart. Because if I do something or make a move, it wouldn't be right. So it says wisdom as light as a feather. Little owling. So little owling, have some discernment. All right? So everybody be mindful that just because you don't see them, don't it mean that ain't nobody in the bushes. But you don't have to also be afraid of nothing or nobody either. But being cautious is important because towers, mourning, sadness, and grief, somebody was warned already, but they didn't tell anybody anything. Chaos ensued, but it may have looked or been designed to look that way anyway. Because grief and sadness, that's some heavy ass shit. It says deep sorrow, especially that caused by someone's death. Mind you, we're dealing with death and sadness. It says trouble or annoyance. She was overcome with grief. Then we got sadness. Y'all, some heavy ass shit. So clear the air down there. It says the condition or quality of being sad, a source of great sadness. Mourning, the expression of deep sorrow for someone who has died, typically involved following certain situations. Also, it could just be she's still in mourning after the death of her husband. All right. Have y'all ever mourned somebody that wasn't dead? Because it can happen. It's a real thing too. You ever been so just disgusted with somebody's fucking behavior that you might not be dead, but your ass is dead to me? Because literally, I've been having that effect. Because it's funny that they say that she's still in mourning after the death of her husband, because that nigga ain't dead, but he did to me. But they still on this earth. So it's still a period of grief that you go through a separation, a breakup, a this, a that. And sometimes, you know, them rebound shits be even more fucked up than the other shit. So that's why they tell you need to heal yourself before, you know, you go and get in another relationship, because of the fact that you could be mourning the situation, the relationship, the breakup, the whatever, yada, 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 whatever the fuck was happening. It's a real thing. Some people may be able to get over some stuff really quickly. You know, some people, in order to get over one, you got to go get under another one. That's the way they live their life. But everybody's not like that. Some people choose to heal before they go and get into other relationships with people, or before they go and certain other people into the shit. So it could all relate to that. A breakup, a fall down. Either way, people were warned. They didn't tell anybody. Chaos ensued because, you know, some fights may have broken out. But, you know, shit be happening. Sometimes people get smacked. We don't condone it, but it be happening, okay? Shrimp said that's the best way. All right, so comfort, because, you know, sometimes you want to be comforted. Restrictions being placed on people, because sometimes people want to tell you how long it takes for them to grieve or you to grieve. All right? So we got legacy, foundation, inheritance, stability, family, and wealth. Because what could potentially happen is a person it's like being betrayed so many times until you become numb to it or unbothered. Yes, but the foundation is being shaken. The inheritance is being... So it's a lot of things that this could be related to, because if you are kind of get ready to damage the inheritance, the legacy, the foundation, I'm not going to let that happen. But I'm not the one saying that. You see what I'm saying? Somebody's saying that. That's important. It's true love, mutual respect, connections, and partnerships. Somebody messing up a lot at play behind the scenes. Yes. And that's the thing. So you could potentially fuck up the connections, the partnerships, the businesses, the, you know, everything, but it's magic. You know, energy, manipulation. So somebody having an influence over something, but it creates towers. It creates sadness. It creates mourning. It creates grief. Somebody may have died, but somebody is heavily protected in a situation, but everybody that thinks they're heavily protected don't necessarily mean that they are. Because we can all think a lot of shit. Somebody always doing magic, Dena. That's what people do. It's like the manipulation of energy. So that's all that is. And so somebody's mouth, it could be me talking right here, right now. But literally things are being done behind the scenes that everybody don't know what's actually being done. And so you may think that you know. We all may think that we know. But when somebody's foundation is being shaken, because towers are foundational. When somebody's money is being targeted, when somebody is being held, restrictions, hostage, because I don't know what the fuck I'm about to do, but somebody could be at their fucking wit's end for this shit. Either way, it's too much stuff at stake and at play that people be moving in all the wrong directions, because now I see the steps. Sounds just like a major tower, like taking a major piece of the foundation and it crumbles, but it seemed like the piece is of little use unknowingly. Well, I feel like if this could be built right or properly, then it would mean so much more. But guess what? The people who already built it don't... All they know is that, bitch, I'm not going to let you tear it down. So that's really a thing. It's going to be a cold day in hell before I let you fuck up my shit. That's the thing. And so it also gives desperation, because everything could be at stake. My freedom could be at stake because I'm being restricted. I'm being held. So, and I don't want my freedom being restricted. So if you hold me like this, bitch, I'm going to come out fighting. So somebody could be being restricted. Who wants that? Blood, sweat, and hard work went into building this. Yes. So with everything that I done built around this bitch, and then a nigga that's decided that they wanted, come in and do whatever it was that they wanted to do, yada, 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 whatever, hell to the no. But some people let it just fall anyway. And we don't do anything, because I'm not going to put any sauce on it or anything, because I know God was watching. So now make your next move your best move. But somebody's next move ain't their best move, because they didn't finish the situation. Like, it just got tossed up in the air. And I'm not saying nothing about nobody. So again, this message probably going to resonate with a whole lot of different people, yada, yada, yada. But I'm not targeting nobody, because that's what's being said. So I don't want to hear nobody saying, you know, Dena. Period. So at the end of the day, the message can resonate with all of us, because literally I just had a situation like this. And what if I really felt like I wanted to go and do something to somebody because of the fact that you fucked up on my shit? But meanwhile, I'm accountable. So because I'm accountable, I allowed that in. So I'm not going to go and do anything to anybody because of the fact that I shouldn't have let that man play in my face. Like I said, my marriage should have been annulled the day after it got done. But no, I kept doing, you know, being in love, Pisces, a sucker for a love ass bitch, because that was the person that I wanted to be with. But God was saying this person is going to destroy everything. It's hard to uproot a tree that's been standing and growing for many years, period. So do you think that, you know, if you plant a lot of trees and they got all the fruit on it, and now they telling you to move over here to this barren ass land and you got to start again, bitch? Like, that's a lot. People have been taken out for less. So at the end of the day, and the way the person played with me, I mean, it almost seems like, yes, Glorious, accountability is a mature thing, because we have to be accountable, because I allowed that in. I did that. Hello, Miss Ruby Jewel. So I'm taking accountability for my shit. I can't want to target nobody else because of the fact that I did that. I could, and I would be rightfully so. And then I just got to deal with God about it. You see what I'm saying? Because don't get it fucked up. Some people have been smacked for, you know, shit like that. But meanwhile, this requires a whole lot more than a smacking. This behavior is, you know, on a whole nother level. Starting over is very hard. Losing everything you have is hard. It is. But guess what? Guess what I'm about to do? Do it again. Start all over. Because guess what? I could do that. It is okay to start over. And I'm welcoming the fresh start. So the thing is, as I explained to y'all before, I get to now do something and nobody gets to know where I'm at or what I'm doing or how I'm doing it or who I'm doing it with. It just gets to be me. And mind you, I'm going to be doing it by myself. But the end of the day is, or the thing is, I get to do it the way I want to do it. Well, I think you got the last part wrong, Dena, but, you know. However, if that's what you came up with, then shit. I don't know, but all I know is if I came for your foundation, your home, your kids, your money, what would you do? So take it how it resonates. Do it already so I can do it again, bigger and better. Yes. So I get to do it over, bigger and better this time. I'm being put in a position to be able to now do whatever I want to do on my terms. But I was at one point in time, like, on the fence, trying to hold, like, okay, because I already did this. But guess what the blessing was? God is making it so I can do this because of this. You see what I'm saying? Well, you may just be that energy, Dena, but other people are not that energy. Because it would be a cold day in hell before I let you do that. Okay? So that's the thing. That's crazy. I wouldn't want to be taken out by my ex-person because I want to leave. Well, that's what happened. So some people will take you out because they want to just have your shit. And if you're dead, I own everything. So that's a real thing too. People have been taken out for less. I keep trying to tell y'all. So duly noted, be mindful that when y'all dealing with these people, certain things apply. So at the end of the day will end. Blessings. And y'all got to be mindful of the actions that y'all are performing right now. Because I literally just said the cycle is just starting again. Y'all literally are creating the karma that you're about to have. Or you're already going through the karma and adding more on top of whatever it is that you were already doing. Gloria said, but I'm grateful for the new blessings and the hard lessons, and period. But also, let's be accountable as we go through the next phase. Because guess what? I'm going to be accountable that once I'm done in this energy and I now get into some new energy, not to let no... Be mindful of the energy that I bring next to me. Don't insert things into the system. Let it be what it's going to be. And spot the red flags. Be accountable for myself. Because, you know, that's the thing. Shrimp said, that is it. And Gloria said, indeed, because sometimes it doesn't feel good at all, but it causes growth. Now, exactly, because most people don't have the means to be able to just up and leave somewhere because of the fact that they don't like the energy. Whatever energy was created, some people have to stay and dwell in that energy and clean that energy up. Strength I am. I'm definitely moving in secret. And not because I'm hiding from nobody or anything else. It's because it ain't nobody's fucking business. So at this point, I'm going to just go on and get, and where I go is my business. But at the end of the day, I ain't running from nobody. It's just that I like peace. And people ain't peaceful to me. Yes, meet people where they are, admit and accepting them too, practice and staying in my present, period. Mind y'all, I just had two things happen to me today at a private airfield. It's some different shit going down. So, like, get into the things that you deserve. I also learned you don't have to hit back even when you've been hit. Indeed you don't, because I done got hit 1,000,006 times and I still didn't hit back. So many times, but that's also a strength. And I love my peace and I hate having it disturbed purposefully. Yes. So I'm going to move with intention this time. So intentionally, I'm going to do something that I've never done before. Because I want a different result. But towers, mourning, sadness, and grief, they were warned, but they didn't tell anybody. Chaos ensued. So everybody take it how it resonates for you. And I'll see y'all in the AM. So there's that. Enjoy y'all night. But patiently waiting for the calm of the storm. Honestly knowing that I didn't cause it. And period. That's what I'm saying. I didn't cause it, but guess what? I'm going to move this way. Peace and freedom. I finally got it from God, not giving that up. Thank you. Everybody enjoy their night.